Hi, I'm Shae Spitz. Today I just want to talk to you guys about mindset. I think that this is something that I started my mindset journey several years ago by getting up in the morning and kind of fumbling through the day because I was tired of getting up last minute and just rushing out the door, especially when you have kids. So I know there's a lot of moms or parents out there who can relate to this conversation when you get up late or your husband gets up late and you're scrambling and everybody's yelling at each other. There's emotions flying all over the place, and you finally get out the door and you eventually feel bad because you were yelling at your kids, maybe your significant other, and you just feel not like yourself, and it just sets up your day in a negative way. So several years back, I came across a podcast. Actually, I came across a book, and it's called The Miracle Morning. I was already implementing some of those things, but I really took it to another level. And ever since then, I'm not going to say I'm perfect every single morning by doing these things, but it really has helped improve my life, my morning, my kids' mornings, my husband's mornings by doing this. Because when I do this, my kids tend to do this, my husband's doing it. Again, not perfect every single day, but I stay very consistent. So my morning routine, what that entails is getting up at 5:30, drinking a glass of water, brushing my teeth, and then sitting there in silence for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, what I really need to start doing with that 10 to 15 minutes is being intentional and setting my intentions on what I want to do for that day, the next day, my life, my family life, and being intentional with those things that with that time that I have. So after that, I'm drinking my pre-workout in that meantime, but I love mornings because it's my time, like it's me time. The rest of my day is usually pretty chaotic with life and business and kids and all of that. So my mornings are for me. And so after I drink my pre-workout, I go downstairs, I work out for 30 to 45 minutes. I come back upstairs. I really try to do a cold shower. I can't say that I'm great at that every single time. But it really is much fun as they are not. They do help you. There's a lot of studies that show and research that shows that there's a lot of medical benefits to it, but in addition to a lot of mental benefits that come to it. It helps with mental toughness. If you're doing the things in the morning that you absolutely do not want to do, you're just setting your day up for success as well. So I would say about 50% of the time I'm taking cold showers, whether ideally for about 3 minutes. And then I'm getting out of the shower, obviously kind of getting dressed. And then I write down my goals and my affirmations every single day, and then I reflect on what my day is going to look like, because the night before I made a schedule of what I'm going to be doing the following day. Now again, my day does not always go like that. It's usually nowhere even close to it, but at least I have a general idea of how I would like my day to go if we're all living in a perfect world. So but that is, so the night before I plan the day for the following day, and then I get my morning routine done. Even with the no school days that we've had here recently, we have still stuck with the morning routine. And it's fun because I also, when my kids do get up, I'm having them do kind of the same thing. They're exercising, they're reading a book and all of those things. So then after I do my affirmations and my goals, then I spend about another 20 minutes reading. And the book that I'm rereading again is The Miracle Morning. This is the 4th time I'm reading it. I think it's just a good refresher on how to set up your day for success. So the other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is, everybody asks me, like, how are you doing it? What do you do to set your day up for success? Now, if somebody were to look at all the things that I do in the morning, it can be very overwhelming. So what I like to try to draw people back a little bit is say, these are the things that I don't do. So maybe try to start eliminating things from your life to free up those other times in your day. So for example I don't stay up late all the time. Once in a while, you can't fall asleep, but I try to be in bed by 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, but 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I don't stay up late. So that's the first thing. The next thing is I don't drink. Like very rarely will I have a beer or a glass of wine. To be honest, I don't know the last time I've had a drink, but that is another thing that I don't do. I don't drink. I don't go out on weekends or even during the weekday. I don't do those things because I know I have things that I want to accomplish in my life to get me to where I want to go. And I have to sacrifice those things now in order to get the things that I want in the future. So I don't go out and I don't drink. I don't binge watch Netflix TV. I really, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't know the last time I really watched TV. My husband will watch hunting stuff, and that's pretty much the gist of it. And I know that's time for me to go to bed because I don't enjoy that. I'd rather watch grass grow. But so that is, I don't watch TV. I don't binge watch TV. I also don't binge scroll on social media. Like, you want to be intentional with what you are doing. So if you're on social media and you're doing things for work and you're trying to educate yourself on different aspects, or you're commenting and favoriting and liking other people's comments and posts for your business though too, those are all great things. But if you're just on there mindlessly scrolling, 30 minutes on Instagram doesn't seem like a very long time, but yet 30 minutes to go work out, that sounds like a hassle and that sounds like a chore. So it's not that we don't have time to do the things that we want to do or the things that we know we should do. It's just, what are we doing as a priority? So those are the things that I encourage you to try to implement in your life by taking it away before you start adding things to it. Because when you start adding things to it, it gets to be overwhelming and it feels like you can't sustain all of those additional things. So just start removing things out of your day or removing things out of your life. So if for the first thing that you do in the morning is you get on your phone and you look at your text messages and your phone calls and you get on social media, maybe that's the first thing you stop doing. Stop getting on your phone. My goal is to not be on my phone from 4:30 until 8 o'clock in the morning, because I am up at 4:30. I don't leave, or I drop the kids off usually about 8:15, but I actually have my do not disturb on from 4:30 till 8 o'clock. Now, I'm not always the greatest at that, but that is my ultimate goal, is to not even be on my phone whatsoever. I have a completely separate alarm clock than my actual phone, so I don't even have to touch my phone in order to shut it off. I have to actually get up out of bed to go shut it off. So those are the things that's maybe something that I would encourage you to try to start doing instead of adding all these things to your plate on top of the rest of your life, is start taking something away. Okay, well, I'm not going to watch TV for an hour before bed. I'm going to shut the TV off and go to bed early so I can get up, maybe a half hour early. So those are kind of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And, we all define success a little bit differently. It's not always monetary. It's, success in your personal life, in your spiritual life, your mental capacity. Because if anybody has ever struggled with mental health, I tell you what, that is probably the number one priority, is taking care of yourself. And if you can focus on yourself, the things around you in your life will definitely start to come together. Because as a mom especially, we tend to put ourselves aside and not make ourselves a priority. And in the long run, we might wake up 10, 15, 20 years later and realize, who the hell are we? We completely lose who we are because we've been so focused on being a mom to those little ones, or 3, 4, however many kids you have. I got 3 little ones and I totally can relate to all of that, but I have made it a priority for myself that my mornings are my time and to focus on me. And if I don't do those things, I can tell that I am in a completely different mood and mentality for that day. So if there's anything that I could encourage you to do, is just start removing one thing at a time. Get real comfortable doing that one thing and then move on to the next thing to either add or take away. So if it's, going to bed a little bit earlier, then the next time it's, like, I'm not going to have that glass of wine at night. I'm not going to scroll on social media for those 30 minutes. So just start taking things away before you start adding more to your plate. So if you found any of this information useful or helpful, please be sure to subscribe and follow. Please make sure you reach out. Send me a DM if there's anything that I can do to help you along the way. If you're a mom and you're an entrepreneur and you're needing a mom group where you can confide in other people and relate to them, please reach out to me. We have a community group called Real Moms Community. It's resilient entrepreneurs striving for abundant living, moms here in the Columbus area, Nebraska, but you don't need to be a local. So would love to hear from you. I hope this helps. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Obviously, we've all been home for quite a while because of the sunshine outside, right?
No.
Oh, no, because of the snow, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of snow. So tell me, what do you guys still do in the mornings? I don't want to say what has mommy been making you do, but what do we still do in the mornings? Do you want to sit up here, buddy? Oh my gosh. So every morning when you get up, what are we still doing in the mornings? Before you can do anything else in your day?
Doing work.
Work? What kind of work? Homework? Yep. We've been doing homework. Math. Yep. We've gone through a lot of
cleaning
fractions.
stuff.
Cleaning. You guys usually have some chores to do, right?
Exercise.
Exercise. What kind of exercise do you usually do?
Jumping jacks.
Yep.
Sit-ups and push-ups.
Yep. Yep. So those are, and what else? Anything else that you do every day before you can do anything fun?
Read.
Read, yes, and that kind of varies. That sometimes it's one book, sometimes it's 6, right?
Not
right?
6.
She had 6 one of the days. So, but but why do we do that? Why does mommy have you guys do those things every morning before we do anything else?
So that way we can get the stuff that we don't want to do done first, and then we don't have to do it later.
Yep, and that creates discipline and structure, right? Because we're not going to always. Life isn't always about doing the things that we want all the time, right? Sometimes we got to do the things that we don't want, but we got to do it anyway. Because math and reading are all things that we've had to work on, right? For school. And when we don't have school, yeah, all those fun stuff. So, but yeah. Anything else that mom ever says to you guys that you want to share? What's something that I say quite often? Actually, well, one is never say I can't, right? And then no negativity. So we were all eating supper the other night. Stop, Kason. But we were all eating supper the other night. And didn't you say, what if Nebraska had to play Alabama? What did I say?
They'd probably lose.
I said we would lose. And you said, wow, Mom, for somebody who never wants any negativity, that was sure pretty negative. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Can we go now?
Okay. Bye.